Children's mental health and well-being has been a grave concern for parents, grandparents, carers and guardians alike during the lockdown. And as one parent to another, I can relate to the difficulties in keeping your child happy and healthy whilst being isolated from their friends, members of their family, and their usual routines whilst being at school and then coming home. One of the more obvious symptoms of lockdown is that children have been restricted to screens far more than they ever would have been before, mainly for schooling, but also with communication with their friends and family, because screens are the primary method of communication outside of the home these days. But what is that doing for children's mental health and well-being? But myself and some friends of mine, some of whom are psychologists, have grave concerns about children's mental health and well-being over the course of several lockdowns now, because they've been spending so much time online. The difficulty with this is it is very difficult to know for certain what your children are doing online, what content they are being exposed to, more bluntly, what kind of videos that they are watching, both in an audio and a visual context, and more gravely, with whom that they are interacting. It is a sad reality that there are instances where members of the community have been posing as children to interact with other children online because they see it as an easy way to interact with children with a more sinister agenda. If your child spends many hours online, whether it's an app or a website, I say that it's absolutely imperative that you know exactly what websites they are and with whom they're interacting. Because children can be very much more trusting with their personal information and with people that claim to be another child that is just playing a game with them. However, there are many activities that are grossly underrated and often simply overlooked. For example, my son spends a lot of time here reading with a vast variety of different books. And there are overwhelming benefits for children to get wonderfully lost in a good story or exploring a world of facts and information. So if you were looking for another way to improve your child's mental well-being, why not consider reading or some other activity that gets them away from screens and communicating in that way? Like many other people, I've been working from home, but I've actually been spending more hours working than I ever have before. That's because there's no journey time, travel time, and all of the time that I spend awake, I'm doing something productive and useful. And part of that is making videos like this to help my viewers like you. So if you have any particular concerns or questions, please do leave them in the comments box below, and I'll be choosing some of them to come back to in future videos in a lot more detail, either from a legal standpoint or from information that I've gleaned from my psychologist friends. I've received so many comments in the last weeks and months of my viewers who have taken action to protect their legal rights and achieve some justice that it makes this so much more rewarding for me. So my overriding message for this video is that if you have concerns about your child's mental health and well-being, please do not stay quiet about it. I strongly urge you to seek some professional advice and assistance, because staying quiet about anything like this will only make matters worse. So please do leave me some comments in the box below, and thank you for watching.